Join us here on Zimpaper's television network on the 23rd of November for the third edition of the National Universities SASSI debate competition, bringing together 10 universities in a solution-focused debate. Sponsored by the Swedish Embassy, SAIH and Say What. Hashtag SASSI Debate 2020, hashtag Speak and Solve, and hashtag COVID-19 Unmasked.
It's a very good afternoon. You're watching ZTN News Blitz. Let's take a look at our top stories. We have not abandoned teachers, says the Zimbabwe government. Moana is trending even in death. We'll give you more. Murewa murder. Investigators camp at suspect's home. And in sports, Zimbabwe cricket open for business. Finance Minister Professor Mthuli Ncube says the government has not abandoned teachers. He said this after parliamentarians quizzed him if government still cared about teachers, given the recent strike which lasted several months. He was speaking at the pre-budget seminar in Harare. ZTN correspondent Takuchi Hambakwe gives us more.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a very eventful morning through into the afternoon now here at the Rainbow Towers, where the pre-budget seminar is happening. We saw presentations by the Minister of Finance as well as the Governor of the Reserve Bank speaking with parliamentarians about the plan to resuscitate the economy come 2021, and some of the key issues that arose in those deliberations here that are still continuing now in different sessions are that there is a lot of productivity happening after a slump back in June and July due to the effects of COVID-19. There were anticipations that the industry will not pick up, but projections that were shown by the Minister of Finance show that there is a bit of resuscitation, and they've revised the deficit by close to a percentage of what will be projected to be the deficit, just under 4.5% come end of 2020 because of the effects of COVID-19. The issues also arising when parliamentarians asked if government is not taking into consideration the importance of teachers in society, given the impasse that we saw ending a couple of days ago, having stretched from September 9 when negotiations started between teachers and government. The Minister of Finance said since January there's been an increase of more than 1,000% to see that teachers who are now earning at least 19,000 Zimbabwean dollars at the end of November, starting end of November, will be better remunerated, and welfare issues will still be discussed and reviewed as 2021 approaches.
I already told you that we've increased teacher salaries. Overall, the teachers, the lowest paid teachers earning about 19,000 Zimbabwe dollars. That's a major increase. In fact, compared to where they were at the beginning of the year, that is a 1,300% increase in a teacher's salary. 1,300%. Way above inflation. Surely as government we've tried.
So these are some of the things that have been happening here at the Rainbow Towers. Back to you guys in the studio.
Popular fitness enthusiast and model Michelle Moana Amuli continues to trend even in death. Moana's burial was scheduled for today but has been deferred as her parents wrangle over whether to conduct Christian or Muslim rites. Her mother is a Christian while her father is a Muslim. Moana died in a road accident on November 8 alongside popular businessman Genius Jinimbi Kadungure and their two friends.
It's for families now so to just with the Mongumishi Mangan Friday, but you're not sure because you're set a burial processes. So today the end of Doves. Then from Doves, tomorrow I send our food for a short time, then to so that quite but no shop.
ZTN correspondent Samantha Rosari is with the family and she gives us more.
So I'm here at Parenga Hospital where the body of Michelle Mooney, popularly known as Moana, is. At the moment, the two families from her mother's side and her father's side were having a bit of a misunderstanding on how the funeral is going to be held. So initially, they had agreed that the body was going to go to the funeral parlor, but it seems like the father has a burial order and does not want to release it. He would prefer that the body sleeps here at the mortuary. So her mother at the moment, Yolanda, is not too happy about that with the rest of the family. We are hoping that by the end of today, we will have an update of how the funeral is going to be held. We'll be giving you more of the day.
It was an eventful day with plenty of leads and hundreds of curious onlookers, but still no breakthrough. Zimbabwe police spent the greater part of Wednesday digging for clues, literally. Yet the mystery of the murder of 7-year-old Tapiwa Makore and his missing skull remains unsolved. Authorities and parents are hopeful as the search continues today. The latest forage was at a house in Damo Falls, a suburb on the outskirts of central Harare. ZTN correspondent Itai Mutiniri is at the scene. Itai, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Christine. As you can see, I am standing right in front of Thanks Makore's house, who happens to be the uncle of Tapiwa Makore, the 7-year-old whose head is being searched for. The search continues, and right now we are in Damo Falls, and as you can see, there are police. If the camera person can pan to my left, the police are actually pitching a tent as the search continues. Most of his body parts were found in Morewa, his torso, his legs, his hands, but the search still continues for his head. It's also alleged that on the 21st of October, Thanks Makore and his family held a huge party, and on this day, this is the day when Tapiwa Makore was being looked for when he was missing, and people are alleging that maybe he has something to do with it. As you can see today, it's a bit quiet, there's no commotion. Yesterday there were so many people that were here, and the house was barricaded and people were holding placards vying for Tapiwa Makore's head. But today it's a bit quiet, the search still continues, and we are going to be finding out the progress that the police are making as the day goes. But for now, this is all that I have. It's back to the studio.
One of the 31 unclaimed corpses at Chitungwiza General Hospital has been identified. Recently, the hospital alerted the public that it was considering paupers' burials. Some of the corpses have been kept at the hospital mortuary for over 6 months. The hospital mortuary has a capacity to carry 40 bodies per day. Spokesperson for the health facility, Audrey Tasaranaro, spoke to ZTN's Kimberly Chiro.
We had 31 unclaimed bodies in our mortuary, and only one body was collected after advertising in the newspapers. If these bodies are not collected by next week, they will be buried by the state.
The Zimbabwe Civil Protection Unit is still searching for miners who were trapped when shafts collapsed in Esikotini and Manicaland. So far, 2 people have been rescued. CPU Director Nathan Gomo spoke to ZTN.
The only update which I was given by the chief mining inspector is that they are still assessing, because he is now in Esgodini. He traveled all the way to Umzingwane 2 days ago. The outcome of the assessment I am yet to be briefed. The Manicaland one, the PGC is sending me the report today.
She is not a diva. That's the message coming from the set of the movie Gonorejo, as the local cinema scene goes gaga about Tariro Mnangagwa's role in the conservation movie, which premieres at Sam Levy's village in Borrowdale tonight. Tariro is part of a stellar cast that also includes the likes of Eddie Sandifolo and musician Tami Moyo.
Waiting for so many months and the COVID hitting, and now finally it's here. I'm pretty excited. I never thought it would come out because of this pandemic. I'm actually excited. People have to get to watch this film today. So when we're working, we didn't even see her as a president's daughter. She was like a producer or a fellow artist. She also played a part in the film. I couldn't feel any difference from any other. She was just as cool as I. She was she was like everybody else. There was no difference. You couldn't tell. We would eat the same food, sleep at the same place, drive in the same car.
Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo has dismissed former South Africa President Jacob Zuma's bid to have the judge recuse himself as chair of the State Capture Commission. Zuma filed a 100-page affidavit to force the Deputy Chief Justice to recuse himself. Zuma's affidavit details what he believes is a compromising personal history between him and Zondo. Relatives of victims of a fatal Boeing 737 MAX crash in Indonesia have slammed a decision by United States aviation authorities to allow the jets to return to the skies, saying the move comes too soon. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration on Wednesday lifted a flight ban on Boeing 737 MAX imposed after two fatal crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia killed 346 people within 5 months in 2018 and 2019. Families of the Ethiopian crash victims said in a statement they felt sheer disappointment and renewed grief after the FAA's decision to return the aircraft to service. We move now to sports, where Zimbabwe cricket is open for business. That's the message from the ZC chair, Tavengwa Mkhuhlane. The organization's images have previously deemed dark following fallouts with some corporates. However, Mkhuhlane is preaching a different gospel. He speaks to our reporter, Brighton Jawi.
It's been our task to prove ourselves to the corporate world that we are a good partner to be, we're a good brand to be in partnership with. And given the programs that are going on today in cricket, the corporate world can see that there's space for them to participate, in NPL, in the ladies cricket, in our domestic competition. In our national team, we have recently launched the Visit Zimbabwe campaign in partnership with the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority, so that while we are marketing the country, we are also marketing our brand. What I can say to the corporate world today is that Zimbabwe cricket has changed. Governance structures have improved. We are no longer in debt. Our financial management has improved. There's space for the corporate world to come and occupy and partner with us going forward.
3 South Africa cricket players are isolating after one player tested positive for COVID-19. Cricket South Africa tested 50 players and one was confirmed positive ahead of a limited over series against England. The player and 2 others who are said to be close contacts are now isolating in Cape Town. The video assistant referee for Sunday's Premier League game between Liverpool and Leicester has been changed. David Coote has been replaced by Andre Marina as the VAR official at Anfield. Coote was on the spotlight in the 2-2 Merseyside derby at Goodison Park last month. Everton keeper Jordan Pickford escaped a red card for his challenge on Virgil van Dijk. The Liverpool defender has since been sidelined with a knee injury requiring surgery. And that's it from us at ZTN News Blitz today. Thank you for watching. Join us again tomorrow.